Hi, Mary Ann. We're gonna read Long Day's Journey into the Night by Eugene O'Neill. I only know it because Jessica Lange won an Oscar, a Tony for it.
He hasn't read it though.
No, I haven't. I just got it in New York a year ago, and I added it to my my play repertoire. I haven't read it yet. He's gonna read Tyrone, and I'm gonna read for Mary. So, yeah, okay.
You're a fine armful now, Mary. With those 20 pounds you've gained.
I've gotten too fat, you mean, dear. I really ought to reduce.
None of that, my lady. You're just right. We'll have no talk of reducing. Is that why you're so little? Why you ate so little at breakfast?
So little. I thought I ate a lot.
No, you didn't. Not as much as I'd like to see, anyway.
Oh, you. You expect everyone to eat the enormous breakfast you do. No one else in the world could without dying of indigestion.
I hope I'm not as big a glutton as that sounds. But thank God I've kept my appetite and I've the digestion of a young man of 20, if I'm 65.
You surely have, James. No one can deny that. She laughs and sits in the wicker armchair at rear of the table. Why did the boys stay in the dining room, I wonder? Kathleen must be waiting to clear the table.
Jokingly, but with an It's a secret confab that they don't want me to hear, I suppose. I'll bet they're cooking up some new scheme to touch the old man. There's nothing like a first after breakfast cigar. I almost said cigar. Cigar. If it's a good one. And this new lot, I've got the right mellow flavor. They're a great bargain, too. I got them dead cheap. It was McGuire put me on to them.
I hope he didn't put you on to any new piece of property at the same time. His real estate bargains don't work out so well.
I wouldn't say that, Mary. After all, he was the one who advised me to buy that place on Chestnut Street, and I made a quick turnover on it for a fine profit. I'm not.
Southern. Okay. I know. The famous one stroke of good luck. I'm sure McGuire never dreamed. Never mind, James. I know it's a waste of breath trying to convince you're not a cunning real estate speculator.
I've no such idea, but land is land, and it's safer than the stocks and the bonds of Wall Street swindlers.
Actually, I don't know where they're from. Hold on, let's see. In August. Black Parlor. This is a 3-hour play, by the way.
Hopefully we get through it in an hour.
We don't have to read the whole thing.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't say where it takes place. Okay. Never mind, James. I know it's a waste of trying to read. Did you read this?
I said
yeah,
okay. But let's not argue about business this early in the morning.
James, it's Edmund. You ought to scold for not eating enough. He hardly touched anything except coffee. He needs to eat to keep up his strength. I keep telling him that, but he says he simply has no appetite. Of course, there's nothing takes away your appetite like a bad summer cold.
Yes, it's only natural, so don't get yourself worried.
Oh, I'm not. I know he'll be all right in a few days if he takes care of himself. But it does seem a shame he should have to be sick right now.
Yeah, it's bad luck. But you mustn't let it upset you, Mary. Remember, you've got to take care of yourself, too.
I'm not upset. There's nothing to be upset about. What makes you think I'm upset?
Why, nothing, except you've seemed a bit high-strung the past few days.
I have? Nonsense, dear. It's your imagination. You really must not watch me all the time, James. I mean it. It makes me self-conscious.
Now, Mary, that's your imagination. If I've watched you, it was to admire how fat and beautiful you looked. I can't tell you the deep happiness it gives me, darling. to see you as you've been since you came back to us, your dear old self again. So keep up the good work, Mary.
I will, dear. Thank heavens the fog is gone. I do feel out of sorts this morning. I wasn't able to get much sleep with that awful foghorn going all night long.
Yes, it's like having a sick whale in the backyard. It kept me awake, too.
Did it? You had a strange way of showing your restlessness. You were snowing so hard I couldn't tell which was the foghorn. 10 foghorns couldn't disturb you. You haven't a nerve in you. You've never have.
Nonsense. You always exaggerate about my snoring.
I couldn't if you could only hear yourself once. Ha ha ha. What's the joke, I wonder?
It's on me. I'll bet that much. It's always on the old man.
Yes, it's terrible the way we all pick on you, isn't it? You're so absurd. Well, no matter what the joke is about, it's a relief to hear Edmund laugh. He's been so down in the mouth lately.
Some joke of Jamie's, I'll wager. He's forever making sneering fun of somebody, that one.
Now don't start in on poor Jamie, dear. He'll turn out all right in the end. You wait and see.
He'd better start soon. Then he's nearly 34.
Good heavens, are they going to stay in the dining room all day? Jamie, Edmund, come in the living room and give Kathleen a chance to clear the table.
We're coming, Mama. You'd find excuses for him no matter what he did.
Shush. Edmund is... Characters, Mary. I've been teasing your father about his snoring. I'll leave it to the boys, James. They must have heard you. No, not you. Yeah, no, not you, Jamie. I could hear you down the hall almost as bad as your father. You're like him. As soon as your head touches the pillow, you're off and 10 foghorns couldn't wake you. Why are you staring, Jamie? Is my hair coming down? It's hard for me to do it up properly now. My eyes are getting so bad I never can feel my glasses.
You're Jamie.
No, you aren't.
No?
James.
Oh. Your hair's alright, Mama. I was only thinking how well you look.
Tyrone.
Just what I've been telling her, Jamie. She's so fat and sassy. There'll be soon no holding her.
Yes, you certainly look grand, Mama. I'll back you up about Papa snoring. Gosh, what a racket.
I heard him too. The more I know this trumpet.
His trumpet.
I said that.
You said this.
I said his.
Okay. Continue. Tyrone.
If it takes my snoring to make you remember Shakespeare instead of the dope sheet on the ponies, I hope I'll keep on with it.
Now, James, you mustn't be so touchy.
Edmund.
Oh, yes, for Pete's sakes, Papa, the first thing after breakfast, give it a rest, can't you?
Mary.
Your father wasn't finding fault with you. You don't have to always take Jamie's part. You'd think you were the one 10 years older.
What's all the fuss about? Let's forget it.
Tyrone.
Yes, forget. Forget everything and face nothing. It's a convenient philosophy if you've no ambition in life except to...
James, do be quiet.
Don't do be quiet. Doobies.
You must have gotten out of the wrong side of bed this morning. What were you two grinning about like Cheshire cats when you came in? What was the joke?
Yes, let us in on it, lads. I told your mother I knew damned well it would be on me, but never mind that, I'm used to it. Jamie, don't look at me. This is the kids' story.
I meant to tell you last night, Papa, and forgot it. Yesterday, I went for a walk and I dropped in at the inn. You shouldn't drink now, Edmund. And who do you think I met there with a beautiful bun on? But Shaughnessy, the tenant on the farm of yours. That dreadful man, but he is funny. Tyrone.
He is not so funny.
Stop it, Alex.
When you're his landlord. He's a wily shanty Mick, that one. He could hide behind a corkscrew. What's he complaining about now, Edmund? For I'm damn sure he's complaining. I suppose he wants his rent lowered. I let him have the place for almost nothing. I'll threaten to evict him.
No, he didn't beef about anything. He was so pleased with life, he even bought a drink, and that's practically unheard of. He was delighted because he'd had a fight with your friend, Harker, the Standard Oil millionaire, and won a glorious victory. Oh, Lord, James! You'll really have to do something.
Bad luck to Shaughnessy anyway.
Jamie.
I'll bet next time you see Harker at the club and give him the old respectful bow, he won't see you.
Yes, Harker will think you're no gentleman for harboring a tenant who isn't humble in the presence of the King of America.
Never mind the socialist gabble. I don't care to listen.
Go on with your story, Edmund. Well, you remember, Papa, the ice pan on Harker's estate is right next to the farm, and you remember Shaughnessy keeps pigs. Well, it seems there's a break in the fence, and pigs have been bathed in the millionaire's ice pond, and Harker's foreman told him he was sure Shaughnessy had broken the fence on purpose to give his pigs a free wallow. Good heavens!
I'm sure he did, too. The dirty scalawag. It's like him.
So Harker came in person to rebuke Shaughnessy. A very bonehead play. If I needed any further proof that our ruling plutocrats, especially the ones who inherited their boodle, are not mental giants, that would clinch it.
Yes, he'd be no match for Shaughnessy. Keep your damned anarchist remarks to yourself. I won't have them in my house. What happened?
Harker had as much chance as I would with Jack Johnson. Shaughnessy got a few drinks under his belt and was waiting at the gate to welcome him. He told me he never gave Harker a chance to open his mouth. He began by shouting that he was no slave Standard Oil could trample on. He was a king of Ireland. If he had his rights and scum was scum to him, no matter how much money it had stolen from the poor. Oh, Lord! Then he accused Harker of making his foreman break down the fence to entice the pigs into the ice pond in order to destroy them. The poor pigs, Shaughnessy yelled out, had caught their death of cold. Many of them were dying of pneumonia, and several others had been taken down with cholera from drinking the poisoned water. He told Harper he was hiring a lawyer to sue him for damages, and he wound up by saying that he had to put up with the poison ivy ticks, potato bugs, snakes, and skunks on his farm. And he was a honest man who drew the line somewhere, and he'd damned if he'd stand for Standard Oil thief trespassing. So would Harker kindly remove his dirty feet from the premises before he sicked the dog on him, and Harker did. Heavens, what a terrible tongue that man has.
The damned old scoundrel, by God, you can't beat him. The dirty blackguard. He'll get me in serious trouble yet. I hope you told him. I'd be mad as hell.
I told him you'd be tickled to death over the great Irish victory, and so you are. Stop faking, Papa.
Well, I'm not tickled to death.
You are too, James. You're simply delighted.
No, Mary. A joke is a joke, but...
I told Shaughnessy he should have reminded Harker that Standard Oil millionaire ought to welcome the flavor of a hog in his ice water as an appropriate touch.
The devil you did. Keep your damn socialist anarchist sentiments out of my affairs.
Shaughnessy was wet because he hadn't thought of that one, but he said he'd include it in a letter he was writing to Harker along with a few other insults he'd look over.
What are you laughing at? There's nothing funny. A fine son you are to help that blackguard get me into a lawsuit.
Now, James, don't lose your temper.
And you're worse than he is, encouraging him. I suppose you're regretting you weren't there to prompt Shaughnessy with a few nastier insults. You've a fine talent for that, if for nothing else.
James, there's no reason to scold Jamie. Oh, for God's sakes, Papa, if you're starting that stuff again, I'll beat it. I left my books upstairs anyway. God, Papa, I should think you're getting sick of hearing yourself. You mustn't mind Edmund, James. Remember, he isn't well. A summer cold can make anyone irritable.
Yes, it can, Shamessi.
What?
I got lost. It's not just a cold he's got. The kid's a damn sick. The kid is damn sick.
Why do you say that? It is just a cold. Anyone can tell that. You always imagine things.
All Jamie was meant to do was have a touch of something else too, which makes his cold worse.
What?
I said the line. Which makes his
Jamie?
cold worse. Oh yeah, I'm Jamie. Sure, Mama. That's all I meant.
Tyrone.
Dr. Hardy thinks it might be a bit of malarial fever he caught when he was in the tropics. If it is, quinine will soon cure it.
Dr. Hardy. Let's read them like Southern people. Dr. Hardy. I wouldn't believe a thing he said if he swore on a stack of Bibles.
Jesus Christ!
I know
you're right.
I know what doctors are. They're all alike. Anything they don't care what to keep you coming to them. What is it? What are you looking at? Is my hair...
There's nothing wrong with your hair. The healthier and fatter you are getting, the veinier you become. You'll soon spend half the day primping before the mirror.
I really should have new glasses. My eyes are so bad now.
Your eyes are beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
And well, you know it.
You mustn't be so silly, James. Right in front of Jamie?
Oh, he's on to you, too. He knows this fuss about eyes and hair is only fishing for compliments,
Oh my
ain't
God.
Jamie? Yes, Bubba. You can't kid
his
us,
dad.
Mama.
Go along with both of you. But I did truly have beautiful hair once, didn't I, James?
The most beautifulest in the world.
It was a rare shade of reddish brown and so long it came down below my knees. You ought to remember it too, Jamie. It wasn't until after Edmund was born that I had a single gray hair. Then it began to turn white.
And that made it prettier than ever.
Well, you listen to your father, Jamie. After 35 years of marriage, he isn't a great actor for nothing, is he? What's come over you, James? Are you pouring coals on a fire on my head for teasing you about snoring? Well, then I take it all back. It must have only been the foghorn I heard. But I can't.
You're a fine
shush.
kid. Haven't you any
I'm not
sense?
done. I'm not done.
Sorry, you can start that over. How do I say this, man?
Say, I didn't make him do anything, honestly. But I can't stay with you.
No.
Say, I didn't make him do anything, honestly. But I can't stay with you any longer, even to hear compliments. I must see the cook about dinner and the day's marketing. Bridget is so lazy and so sly. She begins telling about her relatives, so I can't get a word in edgeways and scold her. Well, I might as well get over it. You mustn't make Edmund work on the grounds with you, James. Remember? Now that he isn't strong enough, but he'd perspire and might catch more cold.
You're a fine lunkhead. Haven't you got any sense? The one thing to avoid saying anything that would get her more upset over Edmund. Alright, have it your way. I think that it's wrong to let the idea that Mama is going on kidding herself. It'll only make the shock worse than when the dinosaurs have to face it. Anyway, you can see she's deliberately fooling herself with that summer cold talk. She knows better. Knows? Nobody knows yet. Well, I do. I was with Edmund when he went to the Dr. Hardy on his Monday. I heard him pull that touch of malaria stuff. He was stalling. That wasn't anything more. You know it as well as I do. You talked to him when he was uptown yesterday, didn't you? He couldn't say anything for sure yet. He's to phone me today before Edmund goes to him. He thinks it's consumption, doesn't he, Papa?
I'll read Jamie.
He said that it might be. Poor kid. God damn it. It might never have happened if you'd sent him a real doctor when he first got sick. That's what the That's what's the matter with Hardy. He's always been up to our doctor here. Everything's the matter with him. Even in his Hickberg rated, he's rated cheap old quick.
Quack.
Quack. Excuse me. That's right. Run him down. Run down everybody.
You're gonna make my phone call. Stop.
Jacob, what do I say?
Yeah, I'll voice record.
No, do not. Do not. Stop. That'll make it worse.
I promise. Just be like, but I really do have a crush on you. Or say
No,
something like that.
Can't say that.
Why not?
That's weird. I'll just send this emoji. This play is so boring. No offense.
It gets good in between, like in the middle. Because Mary becomes a morphine addict. And, oh my god, Jessica Lange is a queen in this. I've seen clips of it, and she gets her, like, you've seen her, like, on an American Horror Story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Coven?
Punch right there if you're gonna punch me.
Have you seen Coven?
Yes.
When she, like, gets angry at the girls, and she gets that deep, sultry voice, and she's, like, and her Louisiana accent comes out, and she's like, girls! I'm like, oh, God, she does that in this. I just swoon over her.
I don't
God.
like her very much.
You don't?
No, I really don't have an opinion on her.
Okay. You should watch Betty and Joan.
I want to drink water, but
Okay, then get a drink of water.
can't. It's too far away from me, and we're rehearsing.
We're not rehearsing anything. We're reading the book.
We're gonna take a 30-minute break.
We can take a break. But we have to record it or else she won't count it.
We'll take a 15-minute break.
Oh my stars! I get stuff like that on my
Supposedly
arms, so.
yogurt.
You see?
Yeah.
It's
wouldn't
kind
be
of
as
crappy.
bad, but I always hop it.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yogurt helps it, supposedly. Rubbing yogurt on it. I've never tried it, but
I wonder why you get like arm pimples up here.
These aren't pimples. I don't know what it's called.
Millas, something like
I
that.
don't know.
They're like little whiteheads. What'd she say?
I was like, she's like, interesting. I'm like, why is that interesting? And she's like, because I don't believe you, LMAO. I'll be like, no, really. Really, I do find
like,
you very
ask him.
attractive. No, really, I do find you attractive. You should believe it.
Yeah, do that. Don't worry about doing any of the dishes or cleaning before you leave. I do that before
Yeah,
I leave.
I can't. Anyways.
You can't
Water's involved. I have a fear of water. I have rabies.
Also, Marion, I apologize for not coming to class today. Did not feel my best. Ass munch.
Oh gosh. Marianne, any advice? You're a girl.
She can't read that.
I'm just kidding.
She's a woman.
I know.
First of all,
she's a female, and so is this person. Because I don't believe you.
Be like, well, check your facts. Be like, I was trying to pick my outfit for tomorrow. He took my computer. Cause that's exactly what you were doing.
I don't know what to tell her. I don't know what to say. told you this would cause drama. Now things are gonna be weird. What do you say we just take a 20-minute break?
Happy birthday! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's not her birthday, never mind. I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. I don't think I'll be able to change your mind then. Nope. LOL. Oh my stars! It's gonna stop and I'm gonna laugh. She's gonna get sick, Alex. You can't do that to her.
Well, she did this. I'm not outroing this vid because it's not a rehearsal.
Dab. I look like crap. Look like, feel like, smell like shit. Actually, I got new deodorant, so I don't always smell bad. It smells, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm not big on the smell of the deodorant, but it's okay.
What deodorant? Your new deodorant?
Yeah. The
Speed Stick.
Yeah.
I love Irish Spring. I'm not gonna smell your deodorant because that's weird, but I used to have this Irish Spring soap, well, shampoo, and it like made your head feel all minty,
I love when that happens.
tingly and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun.
I like when you use the body wash and it makes you feel minty.
Yeah, my body wash too. Well, it's technically shampoo and conditioner, but it does that.
I like that feeling. I like when you wash your face and then you splash cold water in your face. That's good. You should always splash cold water in your face after you're finished washing your face so it closes your pores. Wash your face with warm water, splash it with cold water.
This is what it's gonna look like when I full on man bun. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
And this is what I'll look like.
I couldn't see you with long hair.
Nope.
And then I'm gonna cut it, and it's gonna be like, "Whoa, who's that?" And I'll be like, "It's Alex. I'm back."
You just wear your hair like that. No, but one day you had it like.
I know what you're talking about.
Swooped over.
It was like all of it swooped over.
Yeah, and it
Kinda
looked
like that.
and it looked really good.
I can't do that right now. It's not long enough, really.
But you did.
It was wet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hair does some cool things when it's wet.
I know what you're talking about. I have a picture of it from when my hair was longer. Pretty much right before I cut my hair.
I'm getting a haircut over break, but I'm not cutting off the top because I've been working hard on it. Just
when I cut my hair, I'm not going to cut the top at all. I'm going to buzz the sides. And that's it.
You look like real bad.
I've done that before. It looks alright. An undercut. Doesn't look bad.
My sister has an undercut because it helps with your thick hair. Oh my star.
Is this what you're talking about? That type of thing? Kind of.
It looked better than that.
Well, yeah, that's
It had more volume in it.
I don't know. This is me with an undercut. My driver's license picture is when I have an undercut. I had long hair, and I just buzzed the sides. Because that's what I did. I took these pictures because my mom was like, take these pictures. And I was like, okay. And then I cut my hair.
You look so different with your haircut.
Yeah. This is the undercut. Doesn't look bad.
Mm-mm.
Right. Air mouse.
Cheers. Want a piece of cheese?
What?
Want some cheese?
No, I don't eat cheese right now.
Cheese is so good. God. Let me find other pictures. Marianne, I love cheese as much as Oprah loves bread.
And then I cut it again, and it was like this.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. That's what I usually do when I cut my hair. It was nice.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
wet in that picture. Oh, this picture.
That's a sad picture.
It's hilarious.
What is the context of that picture?
I was dating that girl for like 3 months. She just made those faces when I tried to take pictures with her. I posted it. I don't post things on my story because, like, it doesn't matter if I've talked, like, I could go like 3 months without talking to someone and then like get a girlfriend 3 months later and then post something on my story and then they'll be like, what the heck? And I'll be like, what? And they'll be like, I thought you were into me. And I'm like, I haven't talked to you for 3 months. And they're like, ew. Anyways, I posted that picture and I got like a bunch of responses. Some were like, I don't think that she's enjoying that. And I'm like, well, my jawline looks good in it. And then others were like, oh my god, are you dating her? And I'm like, yes. And then they're like, what the heck? And I'm like, I haven't talked to you in like a year.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, I'm excited for the transition from long to short hair. It's always fun.
This is an autobiographical work. Do you know what that means?
And then the next saved picture of me, back to long hair.
Do you know what autobiographical means?
Your mom. My brother took that. Here, I'll include you. It's a picture of me sleeping.
Do you know what autobiographical means?
I know. No. Well,
He wrote
yes.
it about his life.
Yes. I forget what it's called. But I hear, you know that ring around your eye?
Mm-hmm.
I hear the darker it is, the more attractive you are.
Yep.
Just while I'm looking. Dark.
I can't tell.
Well, your eyes are greenish.
Yeah.
So yours is bound to be dark.
Good. Green eyes and a tan. Best thing ever.
Green eyes, dark hair. I wish I had green eyes. My dad has green eyes. If I had green eyes.
Some days, so like my eyes are like a green blue. So like some days they're like this like really like bright green blue color, and then some days it's like this really deep dark green, and it's just like whew.
Yeah. I wish I had green eyes. So then I get my mom's dark eyes. Mom.
I get my eyes from my mom.
Just kidding. I get my jawline from my mom. So, not complaining. Gets me places in life.
I have a real good jawline when I'm not fat.
Yeah, me too.
You have good bone structure.
Yeah.
You have really nice
a
cheeks.
lot better.
You have really nice cheekbones.
I can't tell about the cheekbones. Like, when I'm chewing, like,
They're really good.
but like, I feel like I'm just too fat to be able to
Look,
speak.
it's frozen.
Should probably text Morgan back now. For fun, of course. I'm gonna yell at her and be like, "You think my feelings are fun?"
You think messing with my feelings is fun?
I'm just. This is a bait.
No.
This
You
is-
have to do that. This one. No, up one more. There you go.
This is bait. And she's gonna be like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yeah, it is fun."
God.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Morgan, run. It's a trap.
But yeah.
Honestly, what we could do is like... No, that's bad. Never mind.
Here. Now what? Is it? You can tell me now. I honestly really just like going from really long hair to really short hair. It's always awesome.
Well, it's probably like a relief.
It's not a relief because I really like both. It's
But,
just
like-
I like seeing myself drastically change and still like the change. You know what I mean? Like,
You know another thing Drew does? He like when you're talking, when we're in like the circle, he goes,
I do that. Not gonna lie.
I go, yeah.
Yeah.
But like he just goes,
Like when he has something that he doesn't want to comment on, or it's like
Yeah, he goes,
he disagrees with, he's like,
Next.
Oh my god.
Hello, man.
I wonder how much percent my body is fat. You know what I mean? It's just like people with like that are like chiseled or like 6-ish% body
Do
fat.
you want to be like bodybuilder?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, I could.
Because that's gross. I think that's too much. I think like Chris Pratt, Chris Evans.
She fell for it.
Or so I've been told. Laughing face to make it like you're.
I don't
Like,
think I
play
should
it
say it in general.
No, you just do it. Big bet. I'm cold. Why am I fanning myself? Wait till she reads it to send that.
Oops. Yeah. I wanna be a surfer dude. Have that surfer vibe, you know?
I want nice arms.
Me too.
You already have nice
I want,
arms.
like-
You have great arms.
I want like
I have like
forearms.
Look.
Those massive forearms.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Look at how scrawny my arms are.
Oh
Like,
my god. No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
no, they really are bad.
No judgment for arms.
They really are
I'm
bad.
just chubby. That's fine. I have
Yeah.
decent arms.
If I wasn't chub, it'd just be super skinny. Now my butt will always be big. I will always
If I
have a
wasn't
filled
chubby,
out butt.
It would just be super toned. That's what I want. I want like that. This. Right there.
No matter what weight I am, my butt will always be big. Always. It's a family thing. Which I'm okay with. That's good. Okay. Let's continue.
We still have 10 minutes on our break.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Morgan hasn't texted me back.
What I'm saying, because she comes through it. So, like, if we would take a break and then we just, like, look like we're reading it. And then towards the end, we actually read it.
So actually.
So this is, like, just a... let's skip this part. Because this is just you talking to you.
I think I should say it now.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have said that. That's too forward.
Okay, let's start here.
No, I can't do this.
I hope so, dear. Did I actually hear you suggest some work on the front hedge, Jamie? Wonder
straight did hear me suggest some work on the
Wonder
front
will
hedge.
never cease. You must want pocket money badly.
I do want my pocket money, and that's why we gonna work. Betty? Just go with this. Say your next line.
No!
It don't make sense.
No, it does not make any sense. Because that does not make sense in my next line.
Where? When don't I? I expect a salary of at least one large Iron Man at the end of the week to cruise on.
What were you two arguing about?
The same old stuff.
I heard you say something about a doctor and your father accusing you of being evil-minded.
Oh, that. I was saying again, Doc Hardy isn't my idea of the world's greatest physician.
Oh. No, I wouldn't say he was either. That Bridget, I thought I'd never get away. She told me all about her second cousin on the police force in St. Louis. Well, if you're going to work on the hedge, why don't you go? I mean, take advantage of the sunshine before the fog comes back, because I know I will. Or I should say, the rheumatism in my hands knows. Rheumatism, yes. In my hand knows it's arthritis. It's a better weather prophet than you are, James. Ugh, how ugly they are. Oh. Ugh, how ugly they are. Who'd ever believe they were once beautiful?
Now, Mary, none of this foolishness. They're the sweetest hands in the world. Come on, Jamie, your mother's right to scold us. They were... Can you stop moving the book, please? The way to start off is the right in the middle. We're all so proud of you, Mama. So darned happy. We'll all have to still be careful, though. You mustn't worry about Edmund. He'll be alright.
Of course he'll be alright. And I don't know what you mean warning me to be careful.
Alright, Mama. I'm sorry I spoke.
Here you are. I was just going upstairs to look for you. I waited until they went out. I don't want to mix up in arguments. I feel too rotten. Oh, I'm sure you don't feel half as bad as you make out. You're such a baby. You like to get us worried, so we'll make a fuss over you. I'm only teasing, dear. I know you miserably uncomfortable. You must be. But you feel better today, don't you? All the same, you've grown much too thin. You need to rest all you can. Sit down and I'll make you comfortable. There, how's that? Grand. Thanks, Mama. All you need is your mother to nurse you. Big as you are, you're still the baby of the family to me, you know. Never mind me. You take care of yourself. That's all that counts. But I am, dear. Heavens, don't you see how fat I've grown? I have to have all of my dresses let out. They started clipping the hedge. Poor Jamie, how he hates working in front where everyone's passing can see him. There go to the Chatfields and the new Mercedes. There go the Chatfields and their new Mercedes. It's a beautiful car, isn't it? Not like our second-hand Packard. Poor Jamie, he bent almost under the hedge so they wouldn't notice him. They bowed to your father and he bowed back as if they were taking a curtain call. And that filthy old stew, I've tried to make him throw away. Really, he ought to have more pride than that to make such a show of himself. He's right not to give a damn what anyone thinks. Jamie's a fool to care about Chatfields. For Pete's sakes, who ever heard of them outside the Hickburg? No one. You're quite right, Edmund. Big frogs in a small puddle. It's stupid of Jamie. Still, the Chatfields and people like them stand for something. I mean, they have decent, presentable homes they don't have to be ashamed of. They have friends who entertain them and whom they entertain. They're not cut off from everyone. Oh, this is married.
It's like all Edmund and Mary.
Yeah. Not that I want anything to do with them. I've always hated this town and everyone in it. You know that. I wanted to live here in the first. I never wanted to live here in the first place. But your father liked it and insisted on building this house, and I've come here every summer. Marianne, this is so boring. Why are you making us do this? I'd much rather read it by myself than out loud.
Wow. Really?
Yes, really.
You'd much rather read it by yourself than with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You're a horrible scene partner.
Says the one who forgot his lines, but it's right in front of his face.
Don't say that. Look, it's Mickey Mouse.
And an armpit.
What?
Just an armpit.
That'd be so weird.
It would be weird. You know what's gonna be so awesome? Wednesday.
Are you really not gonna take a shower or brush your teeth?
No, I'm gonna brush my teeth in the shower. Just not gonna drink the water.
Good. Because that's gross, and I would tell everyone you know. Hey, Alex is not showering for 3 days or brushing his teeth. So, like, don't go near him.
Just so you know, Marianne, I am. Don't take this out of context. Are we done yet?
Nope, we have 10 more minutes.
I'm flipping minutes?
Yes, 10 flipping minutes.
How about the last 5 that we do stuff?
You got 'em all, you got 'em all.
Where? Oh,
Right there.
that's probably always been there.
Right down there. Got 'em all right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
I have moles on my face, too.
I do too. Actually, no. I have a mole on my neck. It's always been there. I have a mole here. I have a freckle on my arm that I think is super hot. It makes my arm look great. Let me see your... I want to see your wrist. Okay.
My wrist.
That's weird. Every person I ask to see the wrist, they always have a freckle on their wrist. Left, right.
Do.
Oh, there's two.
It doesn't mean I'm gay.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it
When you
does
have
not.
2 freckles, that means you're gay.
I'm definitely not gay.
Sure. No, just kidding.
And this isn't on my list.
Did you ever have to go through that? Did you ever go through that?
Go through a phase where I was gay?
No, where people thought you were gay.
No.
No? Oh. That's good. It
Why?
sucks. It sucks.
Well, I mean, you are gay.
Okay, but I didn't think I was. And so when you think you're straight and you're being told you're gay, it's kind of hard. Especially when you're a young kid. I never had guy friends because all the guys thought I was gay. I need to write a play about that. Wait.
And I'll be the one guy friend that helped this Jacob. I'll be in a play. Unless his name won't be Alex. Change it to something dumb like Eric. What? What?
Let me see your hand.
Why?
Just let me see it again. I want to read your palms.
No.
Why not?
I don't like people touching my hands.
I won't touch your hand.
Then how are you gonna read my palm?
I just have to look at it. You just have to do this. So show me your hand like this. Oh my god, Alex.
I told you why. I think
Okay.
that's weird.
But I just want to read your palms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to read my feet.
Let me read your palms.
Here, you can read my foot.
That's not how it works. That's not at all how it works, Alex. Ew.
What?
Nothing. You
What?
do have nice feet, though.
Thanks.
That's weird.
They're like girl feet.
I would show you my feet, but I clipped off all of my toenails because I got real nervous and anxious. That's what I do.
Hold on. I'm reading this very long text from that girl that you told that I liked. Look at this.
That is not from that. There's 2 people in that group chat. Shut up.
Yeah, it's from my sister.
Oh.
Hello, my dear brothers. How was your Monday evening? Mine was great. I watched a couple episodes of The Office, ate a fajita, and tried cleaning my room. As we all know, Mother Caroline Ramsey's 53rd birthday is this Friday, and this is the same day Owen and Howard come to Ohio. I was wondering what we should get our mother and if I should make a cake and decorate the house. When you can, please send me a response before Friday because that is our mother's birthday. With much love, your little and might I add, only sister Olivia Elise Ramsey. What a weird
I want to meet her.
She's great.
She sounds amazing.
She's awesome. Oh gosh.
What did she say? You're such a wuss. Oh my goodness, I am serious. I am not a wuss.
No.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I'll tell you one thing though. Like when I send stuff like that, I often, if I don't get a quick response back, I second guess and wuss out. I wouldn't say wuss out, because she just called me a wuss, but...
Marianne, I apologize. We got distracted. Oh well.
I'm having girl issues because of Jacob.
It is not because of me.
It is because of you.
It's because you kid around too much.
I did not kid around too much. I was never like, hey, tell her that I... One, all I told you was that I thought she was good looking.
But that's like having a crush on her. And that's what I told
her.
her.
A crush.
Yeah, you do have a crush on her.
I find her very attractive.
And that is the equivalent of having a crush on someone.
No, because I find Selena Gomez very attractive. I don't have a crush on Selena Gomez.
Shut up. Yes, you do. I have a crush on Selena Gomez.
I mean, like, if she came up to me and started making out with me, I would.
Oh my god. But you also told me that you thought she was really pretty and that you could see yourself dating her. So that's called...
I did not say that.
Yes, you told me that, Alex.
When?
Like, the first few days when you started, like, you were like, yeah, I like her. Like, she's cute.
First days of class?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice her in the
Not
first
like
few
the
days
first...
of class.
No,
and then
not
one day
like...
I was just like, what the? Whoa.
That's what I meant. Like, you weren't like... God, I hate that. It's like...
That's gonna be a problem for you in your life.
Yeah, I know.
Do you hate them or do you love them, Jacob?
None. None of the above. Okay, Marianne. No, we have 5 more minutes.
What Bitmoji should I use?
The heart one.
Are there any other options?
You could send a GIF.
GIF? It's a GIF.
Sorry! Don't attack me.
I'll
Also, beat you up.
And
Beat you up, Alex.
I could send a low battery one. Like my Bitmojis for low battery. Yeah. Would that be good? Now I'll say I don't know what to say. No. Telling this girl so hard.
You said you like a challenge.
I do. This is how you know that.
Now I made a challenge for you.
This is because I think way too much about Everjags.
Yeah, see? So shut up! Don't pull that shit that I don't like her shit.
I don't. I can't say that I like her. Yeah. I don't. I can say that I find her attractive and I'm willing to get to know her.
You have a crush on her.
And I'm willing to get her to know her better.
You have a crush on her.
I said what I said and I meant what I said.
Yep, you have a crush on her.
Morgan. Now I'm going to go back to this. It's gone.
That's so creepy, Alex. And that laugh was creepy too.
I wonder who does this for her. She does this every weekend. Like goes out and takes pictures.
It's like Claire.
Except every weekend.
Can you say full of yourself?
Right? If I had a photographer, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, me too.
Also, what I would bet. Don't come at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. That's a lyric from a Drake song.
Now you have to find me a boy now that I helped you with her.
Okay, Tame.
No. It's not gonna be that easy, Alex. No. No. You have to befriend a new gay guy that fits my needs and standards.
I don't know what those are.
Very high.
The only person that I know that meets any of those criteria are Drew.
Nope.
Carson.
Drew's face isn't as attractive as it used to be.
Well, no.
Like when I first it was like when I first met when we first met him I was like, oh wow. Like wow. But now I'm like just used to it. Like it's not like anything special. Oh my god, just send the damn emoji.
Girl, what am I supposed to say to that? To say. Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, that's what I
The Krabby Patty. Hoopla! The Krabby Patty's making a lot of hoopla! The Krabby Patty. Hoopla! Hoopla! The Krabby Patty's making a lot of hoopla. Poop. People order our patties. God, I love SpongeBob. As a kid, I used to hate that episode because it wasn't SpongeBob, but now I appreciate it so much as an adult. As a young adult. I wanna go home.
Texas is my home.
I wanna wake up in Texas. The ocean's no place for a squirrel. I want the acres, barbecues, and pecan pies.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
Do about what? Kayla?
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't have a thing for you.
Oh, really?
Yep, no.
Cool.
Well, like, it was like initially she did, but now it's like,
She said I'm just a flirt.
Nice.
It's always fun to flirt.
True. Yeah, I talked about it with her. Oh, we're done. Bye, Marianne.